Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Want to talk about this news clip regarding the death of the musician Kyle Yorlets? Watch this quick clip and then we'll talk about it. I think you're going to see what I want you to see.
The deadly shooting of a country singer in Nashville, Tennessee. Kyle Yorlets gunned down outside of his home. Police now arresting 5 children for his murder. Girls and boys, get this, as young as 12 years old. Authorities saying they were trying to steal Yorlets' car, shooting him when he refused to hand over the keys. Those kids are now charged with criminal homicide, and prosecutors are looking to try all 5 as adults, as young as 12 years.
Okay, so they had to zoom up and show you the address, which is clearly 3220. And it's the first 3 digits that are going to stand out to a lot of people. 322 is the number associated with Yale Skull and Bones, the Masonic fraternity. In 2004, Tim Russert of Meet the Press asked George W. Bush and John Kerry what 322 meant, and John Russert ended up dead not long after at 2:23 in the afternoon, reportedly. George W. Bush and John Kerry were both members of Yale Skull and Bones, an exclusive secret society that allows 15 new members each year. What's interesting about the 15 part is, if you add 1 through 5 together, it equals 15. And they were showing you this address as they were talking about the 5 teenagers responsible for the supposed death of this musician. Now here's the secret behind the number 322 that wasn't shared by Bush or Kerry with Tim Russert. If you go to Genesis 3:22, it's about the tree of life and knowing good and evil. It's the 78th verse of Genesis, Genesis 3:22. You can look this up very easily, even on your computer. And if you look at the King James Version, the wording, or if you look at the New International Version wording, they both use different words, but if you copy the verse, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I will make the point right now. We'll get the King James Version wording and the New International Version wording. Genesis 3:22, and the Lord God said, Behold, the man is become as one of us to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life, and eat and live forever. If you copy the wording up to knowing good and evil, and you get the gematria value of it, it sums to 322 in the reverse reduction. Now let's look at the verse in the New International Version. So a little bit different wording, but as you'll see, the same gematria value, 322. So here's the New International Version wording. And the Lord God said, the man has now become like one of us, knowing good and evil. He must not be allowed to reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life and eat and live forever. So the verse also has to do with life and death. And here this number's being put up in a story of death. Here's the New International Version wording. A little bit different, but still 322. Now here's what's interesting about that. The tree of life is part of the ancient mystery religions. Ancient mystery religions equals 322. That includes Hermeticism, alchemy, Kundalini, Kabbalah. And Genesis 3:22 has a lot to do with Kabbalah. The tree of life is the physical model for Kabbalah. Kabbalah is an old world belief that goes all the way back to Babylon. It's about understanding the way God operates, our place within this world. One side of the tree of life is about spiritual ascension. The other side is about understanding the evil of the world and sorcery and casting spells, like how we use the word spell in regards to magic and also how to craft words. Now understand, Genesis is what the Abrahamic religions are based in. Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and they're also 322. This is not an accident. This is a very special number. This man, Kyle Yorlets, which this video is about, where they show this address, Kyle Yorlets was killed on the 38th day of the year, reportedly. Kabbalah equals 38. 38. Kabbalah, the tree of life, 322. The word Gematria also sums to 38. There's a song out there, Gematria, the killing name. In Kabbalah's Book of Formation, the opening says, God created the world by merging the letter with the number with the word. The practice of coding numbers and words together is Gematria, which comes from Kabbalah. Again, look up the songs Murder by Numbers and Gematria, the killing name. The word death equals 38. This man dead on the 38th day of the year. Murder equals 38. Killing equals 38. RIP equals 38. And in case you're new here, 4 ciphers. You want to know them all. The green cipher is the alphabetic order. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z is 26. The next cipher, the dark blue one's the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. So when you get to J, the 10th letter, you take the numerology of 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. You make each letter a single digit number. K, the 11th, 1 plus 1 is 2. L, the 12th, 1 plus 2 is 3, up to Z, the 26th, 2 plus 6 is 8. Each letter is single digit. The next cipher, the reverse alphabetic order. Z is 1, back to A is 26. And the last cipher, the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. So, this man, Kyle Yorlets, reportedly killed on the 38th day of the year, February 7th. But the news didn't start until February 9th. And this is supposed to be a Nashville killing. Nashville equals 39. The name Yorlets equals 39. The name Kyle Yorlets equals 167, which is the 39th prime number. Again and again, when it's in the news, it's news by the numbers. It's murder by numbers. It's propaganda by numbers. It's rigged elections by numbers. It's rigged sports games by the numbers. Every single day you learn this knowledge, you see through it. It's because the elite, as we call them, they operate by this knowledge. They're a cult. They're into Kabbalah. This is their thing. And that's why they have to zoom up on this number and put it right in your face. Because this should be completely irrelevant to the story, right? What's it have to do that his address is 3220 with anything, to the average person? He's just a musician that was supposedly, gunned down by 5 teenagers for his wallet and truck. I'm going to help you understand. They didn't report 5 for nothing. I guarantee you these children are being framed. This comes during Black History Month. They said the singer was 24 years old. Notice when you write out 5 with the alphabetic order, it's 42. With the alphabetic order and rules of numerology, it's 24. Reflections of each other. The singer, 24 years old, 5 black teenagers. This comes during Black History Month. February carries that gematria of 42. Number that's associated with Black history through Jackie Robinson, who wore 42. This number is stamped all over Black history. Slavery 42, and a million other things. 5 black teenagers shoot 1 white man. Very numerological story. Already covering this. If you missed the videos I put out, this just tops it off. This ABC World Report putting 322 right on the screen. It's all Kabbalah. So we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. If you missed the last video I did on Kyle Yorlets, you should definitely check that out. In case you don't have time, give me 2 more seconds here. I'll just show you what's so interesting about his death after his last Facebook post. He posted on January 21st, "Guess I'll die." What's interesting about that is January 21st looks like 121. Blood sacrifice equals 121. Blood sacrifice also equals 67, just like the phrase, "Guess I'll die." From the day he posted that to the day he was reportedly killed was a span of 18 days. With our base ciphers, die sums to 18 and 3 of the 4. Dead a span of 18 days from posting that, reportedly. The news, a span of 19 days later. The news broke February 8th. 67 is the 19th prime. Kyle equals 19. The dead man's Kyle Yorlets, reportedly. And then also noticed that they got their first band coming out. Oh, by the way, the name of the band's 44, like shooting, like execution, like kill, and he was killed on Torbett Street, they reported. Another 44. Fateful number in history. MLK killed on a date with April 4th, 44. Malcolm X killed on a date with 44 numerology. Just put out a video on that new Agatha Christie show, the ABC murders. The second person gets murdered on April 4th. The first person, that's what the video I just put out is about. Check out that video. The Agatha Christie ABC murders. But, oh yeah, they also blame this on minors. Another 38 for the 38th day of the year. But what stands out in the biggest way that they reported in the news is their band is about to release their first album. And nothing brings more sales than death. And whoever heard of Kyle Yorlets and Carverton before this story? Probably only a small group of people in the Nashville area. Now a whole nation knows about him. How many more records do you think they're going to sell because of this story? So, if he was murdered, I'd say it's a ritual sacrifice. I'd look into who runs the company that's putting out their album. I'd look into that. Possibly some of the other members of the band. But anyway, the album release show was on the 33rd day of the year. From the day of the news, when everybody heard about this, to the release of the album, which is March 30th, is 50 days later. And Kyle Yorlets is 50. And March 30th, 3 plus 30, 33. Yorlets, 33. March 30th is also the 89th day of the year. That's the 24th prime number. He's 24 years old. So you get this promotion on the 33rd day of the year for an album coming out on 3/30. Yorlets 33. You learn these 4 ciphers, you see through the riddles very clearly. And then if you know what the numbers mean, things like this really stand out. So we'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Until next time.